So as Kalashnikov said, what is better than an AK? Well, a bigger one, of course! What is up, YouTube? This is Chris with FrozenSoldierAirsoft, and today we're going to be reviewing the Echo 1 OMG Offensive Machine Gun RPK. So the first thing I'd like to do before we start off is give a big shout out to Cole from Bailey Airsoft Division for letting me review this awesome rifle. So the first thing that you're going to notice is that when you buy this from AirsoftGI.com, it's going to come in just basically a nice sort of semi-flashy Echo 1 box. And it also is going to come with this warning sticker from Airsoft GI. It's just simply telling you, don't put 12-gram BBs in your gun, because you'll kill them and it'll void your warranty, which is bad. So upon opening the box, the first thing that you're going to notice is that it's packaged in very, very nice styrofoam. The styrofoam is very good and ensures that it will not get damaged during shipping. So upon removing the black styrofoam, the first thing that you're going to notice is that it comes with an Echo 1 standard manual. Now this is part of their Red Star line of airsoft guns. It's licensed. There's no Red Star manufacturer, but it's just kind of giving you just kind of a Russian feel, because all the Red Star guns are Russian-based infantry weapons and so on and so forth. Now getting back to the manual isn't anything really fantastic. I mean, there's no Chinglish in here, which is always good, so you can definitely read this without having to decipher any wording that they've tried to attempt to put in English, but you can't figure it out, so that is one good thing. The manual is pretty simplistic. Like I stated, it does not have a detailed parts guide, so you can hold on to this. It's just, like usual, another booklet of common sense. So the next thing that you're going to notice is that it comes with an Airsoft GI Quality Control Pass. So this basically is just going to tell you that, hey, they tested this before shipping it, just to make sure it works, and they also give you the FPS. This thing was shooting a very hefty 420 feet per second, and that is due to the highly upgraded internals. So the next thing that you're going to notice is you get an Echo 1 warranty card. I do recommend that you fill this out and turn it in, just in case the gun breaks anytime after you purchase it. Since there's so much stuff in the box, we're just going to start from front to back. So the first thing that you're going to notice when you look to the front is that it comes with a pretty bad wall charger. I simply just recommend throwing this out and getting a smart charger. So the next thing you're going to notice is that it comes with a very, very well-made 9.6 volt 1200 milliamp special battery for this gun. The reason why I say it's special is because the battery compartment is a little bit weird, and this fits in there perfectly. Now this is actually a really good battery for what it comes with the gun, and as you obviously can tell, it is wired to large type Tamiya connectors, so just keep that in mind if you're upgrading your battery. So the next thing that you're going to notice is that it comes with not one, but two 800 round high capacity RPK style magazine. So the next thing that you're going to notice is that it comes with a front sight post adjustment tool. I would strongly recommend holding on to this. Oh look, they added free snacks. I love silica gel. And finally, your offensive machine gun itself. So first thing I want to do just before we go over the gun is that I apologize if it doesn't fit all the way in the shot of the camera. This thing is friggin' massive. So like usual, we're just going to start off from front to rear and name off all the parts that are metal as well as plastic. Now, most of the gun is made out of steel and high quality plastic, and to fully show you how much steel is on this gun, I'm actually going to do a magnet test. So we're just going to take this magnet right here, we're going to run it across everything just to determine what is made out of steel. So starting from the front of the gun, we're just going to take this magnet and run it across and see which is steel. So the flash hider is made out of steel, which is good. It appears that the front sight is not made out of steel. The bipod is definitely made out of steel, which is very good. Oh, the bottom metal part to the gas assembly on the real rifle is made out of steel, but unfortunately not the barrel, doesn't seem like. The gas tube is made out of steel, which is very good. That seems to be all from there. Let's try the front or the rear sight. Oh, the rear sight is made out of, or is it? Yeah, it is actually made out of steel. That's good. I can feel a little bit of magnetization on it, so to speak. Obviously the upper receiver is made out of steel. The lower is made out of steel. Magazine catch is made out of steel. The trigger is made out of steel? No, it's not made out of steel, which is kind of a bummer. Let's see. The hinge for the folding stock is made out of steel, so that is very, very good. Let's see if I hit the wall. Let's see if the butt stock. Oh, the butt stock definitely is made out of steel. So everything else that basically the magnet didn't stick to is made out of, I'm assuming, either pot metal or aluminum. So basically everything else on this rifle that isn't made out of aluminum is made out of plastic. So that would be the front handguard as well as the foldable stock. Now before going over the hop up, I just want to say one thing. I am super disappointed in Echo 1. The charging handle right here is horrible. I strongly, strongly, strongly recommend that you don't pull the charging handle back and let it go, because it's made out of pot metal and it'll shatter into a million pieces like it did. I tried to glue it back in place for my friend Cole. It sort of works. Like I said, I'm really disappointed. I wish they made it out of steel, because this thing is super brittle and it shatters. It's horrible quality. And for almost $300 for this rifle, I honestly expected better quality for the charging handle. So upon carefully pulling the charging handle back like so, you can reveal right there your AK style hop up. So now we're going to go over the selector switch. Now the selector switch has 3 settings. Up being safe, the middle being full auto, and all the way down to the bottom is semi. The semi-auto and the full auto work fantastically. Like I stated previously, the gearbox is fully upgraded, so it runs nice and smooth with that 9.6 volt battery. Now on the opposite side of the rifle, I'd like to give Echo 1 some credit. They actually decided to put an AK style mount. So if you wanted to buy an aftermarket mount, which costs around $10 to $20, you could put an optic on here, which is pretty good considering that I'm not the biggest fan of AK style sights. So like I stated previously, the stock is foldable, but for whatever reason, I don't know if this gun was a lemon or this is exactly however the gun comes out in the factory. The button, which is located on this side of the rifle, when you pull it, no matter how hard you push or pull or do anything to it, it's not going to pop that stock open. But a trick my friend Cole showed me is that if you take a pencil or any small object that'll fit in that hole and push down on the release lever right here, you can actually fold the stock. One thing I'd like to mention is that the wires are located in this silver tube spring-like device, so you don't really have to worry about pinching your wires when you fold up the stock like so. There's no way to release and get into the battery compartment simply by pulling up on the buttstock or down or side or left or twisting or anything. You actually have to remove these 2 screws, which is a pain in the rear, because if you lose these screws, no joke, no pun intended, but you're screwed. So upon removing the screws with a flathead screwdriver, pulling up and out on the butt plate will reveal your battery compartment. One thing I forgot to mention, but I'm pretty sure I stated previously, it is a large type Tamiya connector. Now this can be upgraded, but just want to emphasize large type, not a small type. So now to discuss the internals on the Echo 1 RPK. So simply pushing back on this button like so and pulling up on the top cover will reveal your hop-up unit / bolt assembly. Now as you can tell, I rednecked this thing with a washer because the charging handle is so bad, like I stated previously, the front of it exploded right here. So, like I said, bad charging handle, what the heck Echo 1. So now, with the same button that you pressed earlier, push up on it, and then it'll pull up, and will take off your bolt assembly. Now this gearbox is probably the nicest Echo 1 gearbox I've ever seen in a long time. This is a version 3 gearbox, which is standard with pretty much any AK platform, but what makes it unique is that not only is it full metal, it comes with 7mm ball bearings, which is good, but on top of that they also pre-installed a high torque motor that can handle the included M120 spring, thus why it's shooting hot between 420 to 430 feet per second. So don't ever take this in CQB, I don't know why you would. Now, another gripe that I have is that the barrel, which is 590mm long, making this gun super accurate, isn't as accurate as I would like it to be. The bore of the barrel is 6.06mm. Obviously not a tight bore. It's not a bad barrel, you don't have to upgrade it right away, but I like my gun shooting like a laser, so it's just not the greatest barrel for me. So if you guys are interested in picking up this awesome squad automatic weapon developed by the Russians, I will put a link in the description below to airsoftgi.com where you can purchase this gun for about $270. And with that being said, that just about wraps up the review of the Echo 1 OMG offensive machine gun. Thanks for watching, guys, and please subscribe.